Anyhow, I've watched some it.
What you watched?
Not a film, series called A Brave New World. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, is it on Netflix?
No.
Oh. I have heard of it though, I think.
It's on, I believe, Peacock, which is a streaming service in the States.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I laid my hands on a copy, let's just say.
Mm.
Now, so what do you know about it so far?
Well,
Brave New World, you said you'd heard of it.
I don't mean I know all about it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's by this bloke called Aldous Huxley. You ever heard of him?
Oh, is it about a novel or something? Is it like based off a novel?
It's based on a novel. It's not about a novel.
Right.
But yeah, Aldous Huxley was this guy who wrote books. Back in 1932, he wrote A Brave New World.
Right.
You know, like 1984, don't you? With
John Hurt.
Interestingly, yeah, well, the book's not.
Oh yeah, that's
George Orwell.
Yeah.
Interestingly, George Orwell was a student of Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley was his French teacher, and what happened was they both wrote novels about dystopian futures, but they did it in a very different way. As in 1984, is like everyone's miserable and they know it, whereas in Brave New World, everybody is sort of miserable but they don't know it. And I'll explain it. And what happens is, it's called New London, and it's set in the future at some point. And nobody has kids anymore. Everything's manufactured.
Is it like robots and that?
No, they're not robots. They're still human beings. But what happens is,
how do like kids come about? So there's no kids at all?
Oh no, there's kids.
But how are they coming about then?
All done in the factory. So conception's done in a factory. And what happens is they fertilise an egg. And I don't know if this is the case in the series or just in the book, I can't remember. But
have you read the book?
I have the book.
But you haven't read it?
And I've watched a 10-minute synopsis of it on YouTube, which the book's miles better, to be honest. That was my conclusion. Kind of spoiled that. But they split the egg into 96 sets of twins.
Right.
And then when they do that, what they do is they assign them between A and E. So like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, theta, epsilon, I think.
Right.
And in each category, that's where you are in society. So if you're an epsilon, you shovel the shit around all day.
Is it a bit like lower class, middle class, upper class?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's your role. And you're conditioned from that role from the moment that you're actually born.
Okay.
And they put you through all these conditioning things. And it's like, I tell you what, have you seen the film Demolition Man? This will save me a lot of time.
No.
All right, won't save me any time. It's a bit like
Who's
Demolition Man. Sylvester Stallone. And what's her name? Who was in that Gravity? That's crap.
Sandra Bullock, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's clearly based on that because her name in it is Lelina Huxley. And in Brave New World, the girl's name is Lelina. Anyhow, what happens is they live in this world and they don't even feel feelings, and they take this drug called Soma, which gets them through. That makes them feel happy. So they take Soma. And there's no families, there's no anything, and all they do is they have these big...
Everyone's like an individual, basically.
No, they're all part of the social... They're like ants, in a way. You're part of the social thing, where you roll.
Can you say, like, even though there's no families, everyone is one big family, sort of thing?
In a way, yeah, they're all a social being.
Right.
If you know what I mean. Yeah. They're like ants. That'd be a great way
Spoilers, by the way.
Oh, yeah, spoilers. No, well, everybody knows about this.
Yeah.
It was released in 1932.
Well, the series one, though.
No, and it is different.
Oh.
Anyhow, I'll do a spoiler on the end of the book, but not a spoiler on the end of the series.
Okay.
Even though the spoiler on the end of the series is a bit crap.
Okay.
Anyhow, where was I? Yeah.
And about, like, the ants and... Well, no, like...
Yeah, they're like that, so they all play a role. So, like, with ants, you'll have... Bees is a great example.
Yeah. I could see you was going that way.
You get drones,
like a queen bee. Like you've got like a queen
drones,
bee.
Queen bee. Then you get worker bees and all this, and it's very similar in that society. But they don't know they're unhappy because they take these drugs, and the whole thing's run by AI in the series. Okay. Not so much in the book. They all worship Henry Ford, but that's a different story. Anyhow, there's plenty of flesh in it because every night they have an orgy. and all this. So you see plenty.
Bloody hell.
It's sort of worth watching for that in a way, if you like that sort of thing.
Bit pervy, but go
on. And anyhow, what they do is they've got a theme park, and in this theme park they call it Savage Island, and those are people like us who aren't in the Brave New World. They're still people who are normal people who don't take this so
right, okay. Who don't believe in it, all of it, basically.
Yeah, but the only way they can survive is by getting money from the Brave New World, and so they put on shows for them and all this, and they're like, oh God. They don't understand marriage. They don't understand monogamy. They don't understand the process of giving birth, and they watch all these things like a sideshow. Anyhow, what happens is they get this bloke who's in the Savage Island, and they take him to the Brave New World, and he loves it at first because he's like getting plenty. He's like a celebrity when he goes there. He gets loads of attention, loads of birds, and that. And he loves it, and then at the end, he didn't really like it so much. But the book is a lot better than the program. And at the end of the book, he goes to live in a lighthouse outside of New London, and people still keep coming to see him, as a tourist attraction, and kills himself. So that's it, really. But decent show. I would say the first 6 episodes out of 8 are excellent, and then it gets a bit crap towards the end.
Well, I mean, I think, and that's the ending in the book, is it?
In the book, not in the series, because I don't want to do a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, I think the ending could have been a bit better.
In the book?
Yeah.
No, it's good ending.
To be fair, I mean, that's the brief explanation of the ending.
It is in a way, yeah, but that's all you need to know.
I mean, without trying into controversial topics here, is that how you see the world going in a way? Not orgies every night. I'm not on about orgies every night and stuff like that. I think that's a bit weird. That's a bit of a step too far. But run by AI and stuff like that.
I actually think we're already there.
Well, that's controversial as it is, and I don't think we're going to get into that because it's controversial.